Hello, all. Welcome back to Melon and Madam. So tonight we're gonna have to think of a different name for tonight. Well, Tipsy Tuesday. Just feel a little inappropriate coming on just as myself because tonight the show is not just about me. I am not the star of the show. See how humble I am? So the star of the show on Thursdays is um, Bambi, which she is on her way. Y'all cut her some slack. We working people for real in real life. And then now we have added my brother Ran. I'm sorry, the famous homie to the show. And so we have some balance. We have some male energy, which is going to be amazing because this motherfucker ain't got no sense. So this is
Adam,
going to be
not a
real
drop.
fun. Not a
Not a drop.
drop. You couldn't even pay him to. So let me start with the toast and then we will get to the topic. So I will do, you want to do the toast or you want me to do the toast?
I wanted you to do the toast. Let me see how you do this so I know how to do the toast from here on out.
I'll talk shit. um, Tonight we are going to toast. And if you don't have your drink already, please make sure that you grab one. You can always talk shit just a little bit better when you have a drink.
That's a
So,
fact.
facts. So, tonight we are going to toast to living your life how you want to. Because, yes, we have this show and we have our opinions, and it's about 3,000,000 podcasts, 87 million philosophers, 32 million marriage counselors all of a sudden when really at home they get popped upside the head. So follow what you need to follow for you and to be okay in your home. Don't ever let what somebody else's opinion is overwhelm you to the point where you can't function. But if you feel
Exactly.
convicted, drink to it and figure it out. Cheers. Okay, so tonight's topic is I am peppermint. Tonight's topic is about uh if you should be dating while you are financially handicapped. Oh, that's a good one. I just thought of that. Hi, Hilda, and hi, Shay. So thinking about what do you think? Do you think that you should be dating? Yes, Ro, get your drink, twin. So in the comments, you can write your comments because tonight, especially, I'm going to make sure. This probably is because Ron is here. I'm gonna make sure I read the comments and say them out loud so that we can address them. I usually just pop them up on the screen and kind of throw the answer in there, but one of the people kind of pointed out I don't say that this is answering this question. So anyway, um, so what do you think as far as should somebody be dating while they're financially handicapped, and is it at all related to age as well? Oh, Rose said hell
Okay.
no. Okay.
One and two. Okay, one, should they be dating? I mean, it's hard to tell a grown motherfucker what they should be and shouldn't be doing. But if you decide to, just know that you have to be realistic. You have to be realistic with your expectations. So if you are, what do we say? Financially challenged?
Financially handicapped.
Financially handicapped, you can't go out there expecting to land somebody that's not financially handicapped. Without some people, I mean, to each his own. Some people will do that, but most are not looking to do that. So you got to realize you can't be over here, being a starving rapper and trying to get with Beyonce. You know what I'm saying? Like Beyonce got with Jay-Z intentionally because of he's Jay-Z. You know what I'm saying? So, I think that you should really just be realistic with your expectations and be realistic with what you can get out there if you're going to decide to do that, because it's hard to really be out there trying to date when if you're financially handicapped, you're likely putting your family in jeopardy to date, spending money you ain't supposed to be spending. So, maybe you should look at it closely when you're doing that.
Okay, so Ro in the comments, put why you're saying no. No, I'm sorry, you didn't say no. You said hell no.
No. She said hell no.
Huge difference. Huge difference. So I think it's related to age. So I think that I think 30 is the cutoff. And this is the reason why. If you're in school, then you might not have money like that while you're trying to date, but those are the forming years of when you can form the high school love, first love type of relationship. But to your point, the expectations that go along with that are different. You might be in a dorm on a college campus. Y'all both might be in school. And there's a deadline. That's what's most important about pointing that out, right? So if you're a little bit younger, you just haven't met your goals yet or your destination. But once you graduate, you will. So there's promise there. And the level of dating that you do at that point should be a little bit mild because you're focused on school. You shouldn't be like house shacked up and all that other stuff. It should be innocent dating, courting. It should be courting. Once you hit 30, because most of y'all have kids before 30, let's assume this person has no kids. At that age, you want to start going on trips. When you hit 30, it's like this whole new realm of things opens that you want to do. And if you can't afford to do those things, I don't think that you should, because it causes problems in the relationship. And then instead of owning your ADA handicap, you get like defensive. Some people get defensive, like, oh, she's a gold digger, or oh, he just wants me for my money. Shouldn't I want these type of things at this age? Right? Like, yeah, I'm gonna want my rent paid. If you coming over and staying Monday through Friday, but talking about we don't live together, and then you go back home to your mama's on the weekend, nah, bro, you stay here all the time. You coming in, you're not bringing no groceries. You living off of what I'm doing, or vice versa. Right. Even if a woman is doing it, those expectations are supposed to be there because we have like these milestones that we think about in our life that we want, and it correlates with that.
I mean, I think with the age thing, it's kind of, and I'm glad you talked about the age in the school. So, you know, traditional colonized school is going to school, going to a university, or going to some type of, you know, traditional school and getting your education. Mm-hmm. Some people are in their education when they're in their purpose, and some people don't find their purpose till like 35, 36, 37 years old. And those are school time. So that's when you're either a creator and an entrepreneur. When you're just starting, you're in your education, you're going to school because you're not an expert at what you do. You're learning, you're trying to grow, you're trying to build. Correct. So when you're in that, you're going to school as well. It just so happens that you might be 35 and you finally found your purpose in what you want to do. So your first 4 or 5 years are going to be rocky. You're not going to have the most money. You're not going to have this. You're not going to have that. You're building your brand, and you're going to school in a non-traditional way. And it's not respected the same way either. So I think, you know, if you are in that position, you want to definitely pull back from dating, because a lot of women are not going to understand or hear that side of it. If you're 35 and you just now found your purpose and you going to school and you building your brand and you don't have money to take trips or whatever, you probably should scale it back a little bit just so you will save yourself a disappointment.
I agree. So she said Rose said they need to work on themselves before you try to be out in the dating world. I think it's hella selfish to try to date and you broke. That goes for men and women. I agree, Ro. And this is the reason why I may have a different perspective, and I understand that my perspective is what worked for me, which is why I gave the toast I gave at the beginning. You don't get to come for me neither, because I had a lot of sacrifice. I made the decision not to become a mom, for example, until I knew that I could afford it. Do you know what type of sacrifice that is for a woman, especially one that's always wanted to be a mom, 87,000 god kids and everything else? But I put that on hold because I didn't have, in my head, I didn't have the luxury. And in my head means that was just my thoughts. Actually, I think my family fed me those thoughts. I don't know. I figured it out in therapy and I forgave everybody. But I didn't just go to school. I worked a full-time job and I went to school. And there are sometimes I worked 2 full-time jobs, and I don't mean McDonald's. I mean 2 full-time jobs, because we stay in California, right?
Right.
So that I could go to school. And that's with student loans. That part was just to live. Because I didn't make that type of money yet. But women don't accept that from men, that you're still trying to find your purpose, because I just came into my purpose, what I really, really wanted to do. But that didn't stop me from knowing this is the type of life I want to lead. I'm just going to have to work a little bit harder. Thus me not having super committed relationships or making sure that I was with somebody that could understand. You're not going to see me 6 days a week. But it goes with that. That's why women don't kind of accept it now, because each of us have such a hard story. Hey Sherry, such a hard story in that we're the first generation to do it this way. Were you outside of the parents' homes? Because most of the people in my family, they were able to stay with their mothers still, and fathers while things was going on. So a little less stress, not a little, a lot less stress on you. And not that I had to move out, but I wasn't trying to stay with my mom. I was trying to live my life and cuss and shit. And I've never been the type that would even have like a boyfriend over in my room. None of that. That's your house.
Right.
And I don't need you in my business like that. So you gotta pay. Another example of paying for what you want in life. So if you're going to do things, something's gonna take a hit.
Facts.
And if you want your partner or somebody you're trying to build with to take a hit, I think you out of your damn mind.
Facts.
So no, I can't understand. I can't hear you. We're not speaking the same language.
And that's why, I mean, you be realistic. Like I said earlier, you got to be realistic with your expectations if you are going to be out there trying to date while you're getting it together. I'm not going to knock that, you know what I'm saying? But you can't go after a certain person and then get mad when that person don't want to fuck with you because that person ain't on the same vibration, and you know that's fine. Everybody got I think different things work for different people. So
absolutely,
you know, if you're realistic with yourself and realistic with your expectations, and you're trying to do that, you might be okay. But other than that, you gotta, you know what I'm saying? Wait, like the ladies are saying.
I think that's different people's stuff too. But now, unfortunately, it's become so normal. Ron and I had to talk about this earlier about how somebody moved in with their girlfriend to their mom's house, which was kind of outside of the parameters and kind of foreign, but it happened. And this particular parent that the person moved in with had a bigger problem with them having an occasional drink under 21 than the fact that you just allowed this man to move in with your daughter.
Right.
But let's just be honest. It probably has something to do with, oh, this is now another income in my household that can do something. It was selfish thoughts. Right. And people will quickly, especially these days, put aside what you believed in
over some money.
And again, in that area, I'm a little bit different too. I tell my people all the time, I don't think I have no sense, because I'm the type that I will sit here and starve before I go back on something. Because when I say I mean something, I really do mean it. And in order for me to change it, something will have had to happen or I learn something. I'm not just going to do it just because, oh, now it's me. I look at it different. I actually go harder. So I don't get it. But dating somebody that I personally, also as a younger person, this is for my message for younger people. These days, it is very difficult, and it's kind of become male and female equivalent. If you're somebody that's going to school or whatever you're doing, and you could be a creator at this point, because creators is making all the money, but it requires you to buckle your butt down, and creator is harder than when I was in college. I'm telling you, my bachelor's, now I did try to throw the computer out the window in my last 3 classes for that one, but my master's, I didn't even open a book, because life teaches you. You learn every day. So when you have to apply it, it's not that hard. But being a creator, that requires your brain, like nobody's business. And it's no blueprint for it. So all of these classes that people saying that they giving, please stop taking them.
Please.
Those are the same people telling you not to go to college, which would actually build some foundation, because they trying to take your money. Just to be clear, nobody's going to give you their formula. And even if they did, what do they tell you in spades? I can give you my hand of spades all day, but you can't play my hand. Very similar. I give you that for free.
Right. Gatekeeping is still very much alive.
Period.
Gatekeeping is alive.
Oh, Jesus. Dating somebody who has low vibrations, they have no intentions on having high vibrations. Let me say that again.
That's a fact.
They don't have those intentions. If they didn't do it before they met you, they don't have them, because the world is too free and open at this point. You could get anything you want by typing it in on Google. So if they didn't do any investment before then, they don't want no investment now. They're using you, man or woman. That man will be like, "Oh, you're the only woman to ever break it down like that, to do it like that for me. Oh, now I could really get this done because me and my boys was talking." And you're lying, because you would have did it. A girl would be like, "I just want to be you inspire me. You inspire me to do more. I just want to be an amazing mom to our kids." Well, why are you trying to have a baby right now, man?
Right.
Don't believe them. What they will do is they're going to attack you. They're going to try to pull you down. They will try to ride your coattail. They are master manipulators. That's just the reality.
100.
Yeah. Dating somebody right now that's equally yoked is beyond the spiritual. It's even more spiritual. It's even more spiritual, but now we also have the ways of the world attacking so strongly. And the Bible told us that this was going to happen. And not that any of us are perfect, but I do believe that the people that do people wrong are far worse than people that just make bad decisions and your deed only impacts you and no butterfly effect,
Right. 100.
We have so many people trying to get over, and they'll do things like be jealous of you, and their jealousy towards you will become so strong that it clouds their vision that they say they had to do better and be this particular type of person, and they'll only want to bring you down. They'll call you stuck up. I think that some of the things that girls do is, "Oh, you work too much. You never at home. You must be cheating." He was doing all of that when you started dating him.
Exactly.
He was doing all of that. But now you equate it to, or you always at this event and that event, because that's a part of their job.
Right.
And no, you can't go because you're a bum. You should be out there trying to get yours while I'm getting mine. You cannot possibly get yours if you're following me.
Right. Facts.
That's why he don't want you with him. Just so we're clear.
Right.
It is very hard you don't know who's real, Ro. And some people that's already even around you will start to change on you, because they may not have been that person before, but just the way that the world is evolving right now is just changing people to do things that you just don't even understand. Like, you was a completely humble person, would go to church with your girl, in love with her. It didn't matter if y'all was sharing Subway at KFC. And then you get a little something and you lose your whole mind.
That
is so unfair. That is so unfair.
That's more than unfair.
Oh, okay. Okay. Bambi says she gets off at 8:30. Hold on. My COVID. Hold. Sorry, guys. That's why I put the peppermint in, so I could still try to talk or whatever. But yes, it's very unfair, and it's very difficult to know who you can actually trust. I think this is why people gave up on the morals of dating. What do you think?
No, it's definitely why people gave up on the morals, because, I mean, you got to think back in the day how people got away with stuff. It wasn't no cell phones. It wasn't no internet. It wasn't no, you literally had to, if you was on some bullshit, go to a payphone and call somebody.
Three-way. You got caught because somebody made a three-way call or something, or you saw that note.
You had to really, really, really make an effort to be on some bullshit, and now
it's
just effortless. Now, like, it's effortless to the point.
It's like it comes to you.
It comes to you, and if you can't go get it, you can pay for it. So you can literally jump online and send some money and meet up with somebody. Like, it's that easy. So it's it's a different world now. So you don't know who is who, and everyone has been hurt. Man and female, everybody's been hurt. Everybody's been through some bullshit. everybody's experiencing bullshit. So everybody's guard is up. So then you get somebody that you think is cool, but then you in your mind, you like, that's their representative. When is the real them gonna come out? Then you start self-sabotaging and just it's hard. That's why. Exactly. That's the reason why.
Can we talk about the self-sabotaging? That falls in line even with what Hilda just wrote. They become thousandaires and start acting up. That's where that term even came from. There's no such thing as a thousandaire for real, but that came up because people got money and lost their damn mind. The worst thing I did when I got my first $1,000, and I wonder if my cousin is online right now. I got my first $1,000, and what I did is her and my mom had to go to the bank. Sonny and my mom had to go to the bank. I don't know why they went instead of me, but I requested a $1,000 bill.
You were serious too?
Because I never had that much money. So I was like, she is, Sonny is. You remember that? When I really for real was like, y'all, can y'all see? I was like, do you think they have a $1,000 bill? And they both was like, I never requested a $1,000 bill. So I was like, can you ask them when you get there if they have a $1,000 bill? I'm like really a simple person, an enjoy life person. I think of silly things like that when I'm blessed, not to be big-headed or putting people down or nothing like that. I just, no, I did need a Sonny. I was going to buy the car. Remember? Hater. I did. So they asked him, because I always wonder, like, what was in the vault at the bank. I was like, maybe rich people have stuff we don't know nothing about.
You thought they had some whole other shit back there. Some shit we ain't got access to. It's only for the elite.
But look, we have the $50. We have the $2 bill. Like that. At least my stuff has logic behind it. Like I was thinking that because I'm like, you don't know. Nobody knows because nobody has ever asked. But my point to that is that's because that is the first thing I thought of, being silly. Not, oh, can I take advantage of somebody? Or no, can I get on Facebook like people did when this SBA stuff and whatnot first started? Right. And remember everybody's hashtag, this is not EDD money. This is not SBA money. Just yesterday, you was eating cup of noodles with me.
Right.
Today, you talking about, this how I do for my kids. We eat crab legs every night. You're alive?
Hello. I got to to that one.
I'm just,
y'all. I ain't gonna lie. Y'all are in my ear, and I am cracking up right now while I'm still at work.
Ain't it
but
true?
I had to make sure, hold on. I had to make sure that I was still here for this.
I'm
cracking
saying.
up. The reason why, listen, the reason why. The reason
what did Rose say?
Topic,
hold on, let me read what Rose said. She said, I think it's because our generation doesn't know how to date. If
we really date, we would know if we really like the people.
That's real shit.
Come on, bro.
That's real shit.
Listen, the reason why I chose this topic.
Bueller.
Gotta pin that one. We gotta pin that comment. Good shit.
I don't know, Al, brother.
The reason why I came up with this
we gotta
topic
figure out how to pin that motherfucker. That was some real shit. We gotta pin
I'll leave it up for a while.
The reason why
Gym emoji.
Why? Gym. Oh, so Bambi, how old are you?
I am 25.
You 25?
25.
Oh, we got a baby in this motherfucker.
Hey.
Somebody look up child labor laws.
Hey, not at all.
I'm just
I'm grown over here. Y'all got me fucked
up. Okay, so we got somebody in our 20s, we got 30s, and we got 40s on the phone. Perfect.
Now listen.
What do you think?
The reason why I chose this topic was because. Let me go ahead and expand y'all. Turn my camera at this damn point. How you like
Taisha talking shit. She said all of these old heads and we can't. First of all, Bambi is young. That's first of all. And no, we not fired. You supposed to be running it behind the scenes while we own it.
I am very old in my mind, okay? I'm very old.
That part.
And that's okay because it's called wisdom.
There you go.
Now,
Amen.
The reason why I got my drink as well, guys. I'm still at work. They have me on overtime until 8:59, but I made sure I got y'all in this ear though. I wasn't playing. I was trying to be here on the dot. Now, the reason why I chose this topic is because I had someone text me in my DM. Like we had a conversation, madam, about a couple of series back about people just coming at you like you just don't mean anything. And they think because of my title as an entertainer, they can come at me like that. So they came at me, and the question was not the question, but the statement was, I know I am a rich, what do you say? I am a rich nigga. It don't never. I said, listen, that don't even matter to me. Oh, it matters to me because that's the way I live my life. I can't be living. I ain't living if I ain't got no money. I ain't living if I listen, baby. I'm gonna live as long as I got air in my breath,
That part.
air in my lungs. I'm living as long as that man up above keeps me living. I am
Right.
living and walking around as long as that man upstairs keep activity in my limbs.
That part.
So if you think because that
Is
what you
what
saying
gives
to
you
me
life.
is what gives you the right to make me feel like, oh yes, I like this person. Oh, I'm gonna want to fall with them. It doesn't, because it lets me know that you are weak of a
It's the
person and
exact
you letting that
opposite.
man downstairs, you letting that man downstairs control you.
Yeah. Talk
You
about it then.
cannot be trying to keep up with the Joneses and keep up with the Kardashians, because baby, I don't give a damn if I got a feel on my shoe. You ain't listen. You might see me with some goddamn red bottoms on, but they ain't gonna be some goddamn Louis Vuittons. They might be some Louis the Kitchen.
And that's your business. I can't stand you. I can't
They
stand
might be
you.
some Louis the Kitchen, but they ain't gonna be no Louis Vuitton. You might see me
Wait,
with some
so
goddamn
wait, real quick.
Nikes.
Real quick, Ro, I have a question. You said our generation. Our generation as in 80s babies or after that or this generation? Because I feel like it's twofold. I feel like
I think it's
our generation as in 80s babies, most of the parents are not with the fathers, and that's when it started.
my parent is not with her. My father,
Uh-uh. Most of them
Most
are
aren't.
not. Not that that's what the
most
mother
aren't.
wanted. Most of the female, that's when it started to break down. That's when males started to make more. And depending on where you lived, you can almost pick out the company that came and made people blow up. Like for me, I remember people starting to act different, like when General Dynamics kind of blew up here. If Miller's was hiring, if the county was hiring, those type of things, it made people think that they was better, but it was mostly males still
Our
going out
and this
working
generation.
at that
Oh,
point. It wasn't
right.
females, but the
She's saying
females still
our
wanted to be a mom. I got it.
right.
Wanted to be a mom. Oh, 70s too. Yes, 70s Kai is
Yes.
when General Dynamics actually came. But what I mean by that
Actually.
is the females still wanted family. The males have the opportunity to do different things because now you have money that you could get a hotel. You know, that love before that was slave love.
Hello.
Facts.
And slave love is
And I'm not
different.
even gonna lie to you, baby. I want that love.
I
Because when
want
I
that love too.
say
I
Don't get me
want
I've
that
wrong,
love.
watched so many movies, and I'm
but
not
it's
saying,
not
mind you,
real.
it's
It's
not
not
real.
real though,
That
Bambi.
right,
The reason why it's
right,
not real is because you had to have this. Now that we have the option to, you get to see what people's true colors are. I
That
have had the
right,
option to do a lot of things and I have not done them. And I know several people that haven't as well. That shows the
right.
true you. So
fact.
that even that we can't even give them too much credit for that because a lot of those women got their butt whooped.
But I'm just saying, far as
They
I've
did.
watched so many old movies, far as,
Mhm.
for example, the other day I was watching Tina Turner Was Love Got to Do with It. I'm
Mhm.
not expecting nobody to want Tina and Ike's love, but the way that they loved each other in the beginning,
Mm.
before the abuse and things happened, that
Yes.
was love. What they
Yes.
had in the
Before the drugs
beginning
got
was
involved.
For the
love.
drugs, I was gonna
Exactly.
say.
Exactly before the drugs. That was love. I was watching The Temptations. The way they
Ooh,
loved.
my shit.
Listen, Listen, I am very infatuated with music because I am a professional dancer as well, outside of
I
me
love
being an
music.
entertainer. So I was watching the Temptations, watching how Otis and watching how Paul and watching how all of them loved their spouse. That is love. That's the way I want. And it wasn't about keeping up with the fucking Kardashians. It really wasn't back then. It really wasn't,
Right.
because back then they'll think 60 cents was a lot of money.
But
They'll
when they
think
did have
they'll
it, they
think
did
$20
think that they was
was
somebody.
a lot of
Right.
money. And it
But they
wasn't
wasn't
about
like that,
that.
baby. That's the
But
part
they
you missing. They
wasn't.
wasn't like
They
that because they
wasn't.
knew for sure it could not happen. It was
Right.
Come
segregation.
on.
It was not going to
It
happen.
wasn't like
But
that.
as
And it
soon
was
as that realm
right.
opened up, they jumped right in that motherfucker
Right
acting
into it.
stupid too.
Acting stupid.
Dove into that shit.
Exactly. Because
And that's
that's
kind.
what's
You
that
know what
saying?
though? That's kind of what we're talking about today. Before you got on, you good
Come
until
on
you
with it.
have the opportunity. Once you have
Come
the
on with it.
opportunity, it shows who you are. All of these people is amazing until they have the opportunity
Ooh.
to do something different. I want to
Right.
see. It's almost like if you start
Bobby
dating
and
somebody
Whitney.
and y'all are doing well, you need to wait until y'all like have to throw a glass at each other or something to see how you act. You have
Now
to wait.
listen, what I can say
I
is,
want Bobby and
now
Whitney
mind
too,
you,
because
I
those
want
drugs
Bobby
is
and
what hurt
Whitney.
them.
Exactly. I want Bobby, and that's the crazy thing, because like I said, it was so many listen, I think it was, say last night. So this whole week, I'm not gonna lie to y'all, it was on some Motown old school movie watching. I
Nice.
was watching Frankie Lyman. I was watching The Temptations, The Five
Okay.
Heartbeats. I was
All of them.
watching Tina Turner, Bobby. I was watching the Bobby Brown story. I was watching all of it. And I was actually, it wasn't even in the midst of this conversation or this topic of today's podcast. But when I was watching it, I did notice before drugs, and that's what people have to notice nowadays. Before y'all get into y'all own secret endeavors, which I mean, far as liquor, uh, marijuana, cocaine, whatever y'all decide to use, that right there is what's causing you guys to fall out of y'all relationships. That's
But
what's
don't they
causing you
even say
guys.
that heightens
That
who you
heightens who
are?
you are. Exactly. They
But
always say that heightens who you are, but I never see it though. Where is it heightening?
oh, I have seen it.
You've
I
seen
have
it?
seen it and I have been a victim of it. I have.
Yep. You
I
know,
have been really,
we've had
really, really
conversations.
angry and then
Yes.
drank and what I don't even remember a lot of what I did, but when I was told what I did, I was like, damn, that's what I was thinking in my head. So
Mm.
I own my shit. Don't
I
make me
like to
mad.
own mine as well.
Don't
Hallelujah.
make me mad. It's your fault. But anyway, yes, it does. Um, and so
Hmm.
that's why we're talking about the having money when you're dating. I think that even if I dated somebody that had a lot of money, I would want to see if they were able to function without it. Like I need you
Hello.
to date me and date me without considering that money. I wouldn't want gifts or things like that. And
Oh,
I've done it and I know a couple of my sisters have as well because we've dated men that had money and they kind of had that ego that, oh, I got it. Well, let me remind you of something. I'm not your look like they mama. I'm not your little friends out there. I know the
hello.
real you and I love you. That smoke and mirror stuff, that gift is not an apology. You're not doing it as an apology.
Facts.
Right.
How
Now my
about that?
question, not my question, but my statement to that is Tyler Perry. I also watched Tyler Perry. Tyler Perry said, well, Medea said.
Me, dear.
Medea.
Medea said, because he got his own level after egos. Medea said, you have to, when you dating somebody, baby, you gotta see them in all of the seasons.
Seasons.
Broke, rich, what is it?
Mad and happy.
Happy, sad, and mad. You gotta see them in all of them seasons. Now, mind you, another reason why I got on this topic was because I was having a moment where I was like, I have been through all of these things. Yes, I'm beautiful. Yes, a lot of people can be in my DMs 25/8. But then again, it wasn't just the person being in my DM that made me
Trying to live up above your means.
Why are you trying to keep up with the Kardashians right now with me?
Why is that
Stop
what you're
asking.
leading with?
Right.
Like, why is that what you're that's the crazy thing, because that was what they leaded with in the messages. Why are you trying to do this with me? Because that's not what I'm on. At the end of the day, I will still go to DD's discount. I still
We'll
shop
still
at
go.
Ross.
Oh, the
I
bag not right here
still
no more.
shop at goddamn but 5 and below. And act like
Yeah.
this was $20,000. I don't care. I will go inside of a damn store I will go inside of a show with a $2 top on and $15 pairs of shorts on and some shoes that was on somebody's corner for $5 for a bargain deal, but look like I'm wearing nothing but $10,000 worth of wear because I know how to wear it. It's not how you wear. It's not what you wear. It's how you wear
How
it.
you wear it. That part.
Thank you.
None of
And the
that
crazy thing
matters.
is, it made me so upset that I have not, like, when I was thinking about it, that's why I had unsent the other comment. I mean, the other topic, because I'm like, you know what? No, I think I want to talk more about this, because this is what I'm seeing. And even in my industry, I'm seeing so many people live above their means. They feel because they are what they are, as far as dancers, entertainers, strippers, whatever they are, whatever they want to call
Because they're
themselves.
trying to keep up an image. Leave that
Trying to
image
keep it
out
up.
on that dance floor
Listen,
that
I
don't
don't give
cost
a
you no
damn if
money.
you
Don't bring it
listen.
home.
Right.
Listen, I don't give a damn if you know that I'm sitting over here and my lights is off and I ain't got no food in my house. You won't know that because I wear it well. I'm not trying to sit up here and buy $25,000 red bottoms or no $10,000 worth of a Louis Vuitton bag just to show y'all that I'm a rich bitch. I'm not trying to do that. I'm not trying to sit up here and buy no what $1,500 wig. No, baby, I'm gonna go to my sink in my kitchen. I'm gonna get some laundry detergent, some
Because that's how you bring your weed back to life, because it's fibers.
I know. That's
But
all.
yeah, I learned that from Des. She used fabric softener on our canaculum braids before we dipped them. But anyway, I was gonna ask you, Ron, in this
ooh,
entertainment
been
space
good before
with
somebody tries to
you,
call me.
with you, now that so I saw a jump in your support as well. Before, when you was saying what you was doing, people was like, "Oh, that's cute."
Right.
I'm not sure who you posted first, but I think it was Basketball Wives. I think that's when I noticed it. Then it was, "Oh, you big doing it. Congratulations, bro. This, and that." And I'm like, is it that y'all didn't know the other people he was doing? You didn't see the red under his feet, that it was a carpet? Why
Right.
weren't you supporting him then? I was reading your articles then and everything, and you know that. I
Right.
wonder, did they even know that you have those things? How
No.
does that make you feel that they treat you different?
You know what?
As if you was dating with no money. You would have money to be dating.
You know what? It was like, at first it bothered me a little bit, of course, initially, because you like, God damn, like, I've been doing this shit and nobody ain't recognizing it and nobody ain't saying nothing. If they do see it, they not saying nothing. So
Right.
first, but now I just laugh at that shit. That shit is goofy as fuck to me, because
Right.
It's crazy how you could see me standing there talking to Jackie Christie or Jennifer Williams or any of those females, and now I'm doing big shit just because I'm talking to somebody that you watch on TV. Like, no, like, that's not that. How do you think people become that? By support. You push people to that. If the Wayans brothers never had people watching and live in color, they would have never existed. People had to support
No,
that.
they wouldn't have.
You know what I'm saying? People had to support that and make them popular. Like, they didn't
Crazy
just
thing
fucking
is, I
popular.
still go to sleep to that shit. I love
You
hearing
feel
that
me?
theme song. I ain't
You
gonna
feel
lie to
me?
you.
Like,
No, they
still go
don't
to sleep to
support
that
at
shit.
all.
Monumental shit. And I just laugh at this shit now because it's funny. Like, I don't let it bother me no more, because I could sometimes not post shit, and I've been doing shit that I haven't been posting. I'll post a celebrity interview and it's bam, like, oh shit, nigga, you over here.
That's
like,
I noticed the same.
you know
I'm
what I'm
like,
saying? So it's goofy to me, but it's funny because it's only gonna get worse, because this ain't it. This is the beginning of the beginning. So
right.
once they see the next shit we on for 2023, it's gonna get a lot worse. Then they're gonna be like, oh, niggas gonna be in the inbox. What's up, dog? you already know how that's gonna go. When niggas just see you on major networks and you know really mixing it up with major people, and you know I'm not a clout chaser. When I was at Soulja Boy's party, I didn't go live not one time.
You
When
sure didn't.
French Montana was walking right behind me. You know what I'm saying?
You sure
I'm
didn't.
standing next to the stage, next to these
Because I
niggas.
even asked you, do you want me to come and get footage of you? And you know I don't give a damn about none of that. So it literally was to come get footage.
Yeah.
You said no, and no, sis, it's okay. All right, then. I wasn't like, oh, let me go.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I don't do that. Like,
yeah,
that's not me.
You know, like, you know, if I could have went live and posted with me standing next to the nigga on stage and posted,
right.
I could have did all that shit for some. I don't give a fuck about that shit. At the end of the day, I know where I'm going.
I appreciate, I literally appreciate what he's saying. The crazy thing is because I have definitely been in points to where, yes, I've been on reality TV. I've been on reality TV. I've been in celebrity videos. I've been everywhere to where some people have seen me in person. And my biggest thing is I've always been the person I don't like being singled out to where it's a lot of people around me and people be like, oh, I like her, or you need to do it like her, or oh, she dope as fuck. I don't like that. I never like that. And I've never been a person to be like, oh yeah, girl, I'm with da-da-da. That doesn't get me nowhere. Being humble, being able to be like, I appreciate this time. Thank you. If God allows me to see or be with you again, then he will. But if not, then, you know, he works in mysterious ways.
So let's talk about the other side of dating with that right now. The other side of dating is that what I mean by dating broke is that all of us are in a place where nobody knows anything that's going on in our life. They know exactly what we show them, but they don't exactly know everything, to Ron's point. And to your point, they don't know everything. But here's where the dating broke thing, and that's why I asked the question, because there is no right answer, because it depends on what you're going through. Dating, quote unquote, broke right now would be beneficial, because even with gaining new friends, gaining new partners, when people think that I don't have certain things, they don't answer, they don't. I was just treated really, really, really bad in a situation where they had no idea I was the CEO of where they were. And I didn't say a word. I didn't, because that's not me. I wasn't like, do you know who I am? Or I didn't do none of that. I was just regular. Flip it right over a couple hours later when I went and sat in VIP, it was like, shouldn't treat people like that.
Right.
You really shouldn't, because I don't think that you should necessarily date broke, but I think that you should never close something off. So if we are in this age and somebody approaches you and they don't have it all together, at least if you want to, talk to them and see where they are with it, because they could be on the verge of something for real in real life. Exactly. They actually could. Not the messy talk, like for real could show you, oh, I just got a job Monday here, but before that I was in an accident. I didn't walk for a year. Like it's things that could still happen. They could put somebody all the way back, any one of us, all the way back down to our mama's couch. So you still have to, and I don't care if you got savings, that stuff goes quick. I'm trying to tell it, one thing, because we only thousandaires, y'all, that one thing could take us out. So don't get too high up there where you completely cut it off. But to Ron's point, you got to do it different. Be fair in your expectations and in your approach. Don't burn no bridges, because I'm telling you now, I am not lying. Y'all know that I went to where I went to for an interview. I didn't do it. I didn't do it and felt nothing, because I don't care. And that one thing I am not going to let bother me. I don't care how much money you have. I actually prefer people that still act like they don't have money, because that's what I'm accustomed to being around. That is what makes me happy. I like just being around the people that I love, and we could still just chill and be looking regular, eating cup of noodles, going to KFC, just loving on each other. That to me is the most valuable thing.
To your point, sis, to even further that, this is a prime example of what you were talking about. Tyler Perry was sleeping in his car when he was writing his plays. Now, no one knew what he was about to do when he was sleeping in his car, writing his plays, purely homeless. Now, if he would have tried to date during that time, you know,
serious dating,
and trying to date somebody because he knew where he was about to go, and he went and dated somebody and they turned him down like, hey, you broke, you ain't got shit. And then the next week, Diary of a Mad Black Woman hit. Boom. He went from shit to immediate 50 million. Like, that would be goofy of you to do that, to fumble that just because you're going to judge him off if he has what he has right now. Instead
when
of
you could have said it nicely.
Right. Instead of just talking to him, not saying to do it to him, but talk to him, get to know him, and see where his head is. Where he got, like, don't just immediately just cut some shit off because you're looking at what somebody got in their pockets right now. You don't know where they about to go and what they about to do. Like, they could be on the brink of a big fucking $100 million deal. Like, you don't fucking know. So you end up blowing
especially
the bag.
Not these days.
You know what I'm saying? You're gonna blow the bag.
Too much stuff hit overnight.
Shit like that. That would be a move for you. You know, and then you'll be screaming like, ain't no good man out there. But it was a good man that you overlooked because he didn't have a certain dollar in his pocket. You
didn't just overlook him, you ran him over.
And now that good man, it got 50 million. So now you missed out on a rich good man. So that's your goofy ass fault for doing that shit.
I have to agree. Ladies, you wrong.
Ladies, I'm sorry, respect.
No, it's 100. If we can sit here and be like that and it ain't shit, you could say that. That's not fair. How come it's got to be sugar coated for a girl, but she raised her voice? Because I know I do. My crazy ass, you know, I could take exactly what I give.
My voice may seem really small right now, but when I raise my voice, baby, trust and believe it's getting louder than this Miss Chalet.
Exactly. You meant exactly what you just said. And you're right. Because just like what we said about Kevin Samuels, it's a way that you say it. With Asia, if I was married, would I date? If I wasn't married, would I date somebody right now that did not have a job? No.
Yeah,
I wouldn't date somebody that didn't have a job. The word is date. I would court. I would court, but no, I can't because I need to see where you're going. And guess what? I court anyway. I actually do. I court anyway. I'm not an extra man lover is what I call him. I don't need to have somebody in my bed every night. People found that hard to believe when I first got married. Like, oh, Mark not home. He's staying at Hilda's house. He got to work in LA tomorrow. You don't care that your husband? Why?
No.
Because I could do whatever I want to, and at the end of the day, he can. Right. If you choose to do anything outside of what you're supposed to do, I got plenty of reasons to have a damn heart attack. We got to live alone and be black. I'm not going to have a heart attack for something like that. That's insane. What I mean by that is I don't need attention from a man. I don't. Do I want it? Of course you want attention, but you want it to be genuine. Not just because somebody says so. And at this point, I already know if I were to be single again, it would be all to be used. I've shown y'all some of the messages that I get that's like, you'll blow my back out. You'll do this. That's how you come. And blow my back out. I'm on my third back surgery, sir. Do you know you just insulted me? No, you just scared me. Okay? I'm on my third back surgery. You want to blow my back out. Let's see. You didn't pay attention, did you?
And that's where we came from the last conversation we had where people think because of our presence as a woman, we like that shit. We don't like that. Right. We do not. PSA, public service announcement. We don't like it.
When we go out, I stick to my brother like glue. I am successful in this space right now, and I agreed to sign on the dotted line because of Ron. When I go in somewhere, I'm looking for him. He needs to be there. And that's when I'm most comfortable. Otherwise, I'll go in straight business mode. I can have fun and stuff, but if it's a mixed crowd or something like that, or something I don't like, I'll immediately draw back. I'm still that person. That's who I am. I don't. It's just not me. And because for one thing, everybody needs to know, as soon as you put on a wedding ring, it's like the devil. I mean, he multiplies and starts circling around you, dancing on your head. You find him an edited video later.
Busy. That devil, when you put on a wedding ring, honey, that devil be busy.
You like that, Ron?
Yes. Oh shit, that was smooth.
Baby, I'm telling you. I got the serpent slithering, the eagles. Girl, it's crazy as hell. But in this space, I wouldn't want to date somebody with too much money. In this space, you gotta know what you're entering into. Also,
you know what
in
come with
this
that.
space, we already knew. Like, I got an NDA that you got to sign if you want to talk to Ron. If you want to talk to the girls, I got an NDA you got to sign for them. Like,
Right.
I don't have time for this. It's always a serpent slithering, no matter how low you got your grass cut. It's insane these days. You have to be very careful. People need to learn how to protect themselves. And at this point, I don't feel like it's women more than men or vice versa. At this point, I feel like it's equivalent for a couple of reasons. One, the men don't just date women. The women don't just date men, because we also have a particular section of people that I don't believe that they're gay. That's just me. I believe they're trying to fit in, because at this point, everybody want to be what they see that looks like the hottest, most popular thing to become. People have sold their souls. That's why they don't have no money. That's probably why they broke. They broke because they done sold their souls.
Damn.
Yeah. That's the answer. But no, I would not date. Mom says she can't hear you, Bambi. I would not date.
Can she hear me now?
I could hear you. Mom, let us know if you can hear. You could. Okay. Okay. It's I love that we have people in the background telling us what to do. But I think that the whole dating broke thing is important to discuss and think about where you are. It's important to, the most important thing I think it is to take away from this space is to stop acting like men don't go through it too, because it's some gold digging, snake conniving. We got men paying child support for kids they don't have and whatnot. So stop acting like it only affects us. It's some men out there that, I know some really good men, y'all. And some of the stuff, I'll be like, why you didn't tell us? Because we would have beat her up. It's devil don't have no face.
No.
Devil don't have no face. And it could be a family member. I'm sorry, a relative. A family member, no. A relative, yes. Don't forget, y'all, we didn't pick those people.
Right.
You didn't pick nobody but your spouse, which is why that's the person you should be holding on to for dear life. And you picked your children. So you should be holding on to them for dear life, because that's blood of your blood, flesh of your flesh, literally. Outside of that, everybody else was kind of just paired together. Like me and my sister will eat out the same plate. All my siblings will. If you'll drink out of somebody's straw, I'll say that person won't hurt you. I'll say that person won't hurt you. You trust them to drink out of their straw. Maybe that's it. I don't know. But because I have siblings that are not blood, but you can't tell me that we're not blood and we even look alike. So all shades, all shapes. No, me and Amber got the biggest hips. And the biggest butt. And the biggest breast. I lost half of mine, but I could get it back. Totally not the point. Totally not the point. But the point is, yes, you can date broke. You just date different. You should actually court. Maybe change the word. You're supposed to court and kind of grow together.
Yes, there you go.
And then if you're not okay with doing it because you're at a certain point in life, you don't have to disrespect somebody, because to your point, you just let a whole perfect person go when you could have at least stayed around and got your, be their friend, treat them right like you should treat people. And then if it comes full circle, they still going to respect you because you stayed by them and never left them.
Right.
And you didn't treat them bad.
Right.
Right. Yeah.
You want to complain about no good men around. What you mean ain't no good men? You just left one. You just overlooked one because he didn't have a certain. That's goofy as fuck to me. Like, you can't say ain't no good men. That's not true. It's not true.
And my thing is, I feel like, because one, I don't date men, but don't get me wrong, I've ran across a couple of amazing phenomenal men. There is good men. Maybe, and no offense to the women out there, women, have y'all ever thought about thinking about there is no good women out there? Because women, you guys have. Now, I'm not going to say what you guys have. I'm going to speak on what I have. Me, I have a badass.
I had to revive myself.
I have
Jesus,
a badass attitude.
Because your friends ain't shit and you not telling them. Oh,
I have a badass.
I had to pull myself back together.
Come
Oh,
on.
because I mean, I'm just saying, at the very least, we can't all not like our man's baby mamas for no reason. She would be a girl.
Pick you up, girl. I got you. Now,
Oh, thank you, girl. Help me. Help me.
Yeah, I got you, baby. I'm picking you up. Now, one, women, we got badass attitudes. Two, women, we are also very, 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 almost very, very fucking flirtatious, to where it can be very disrespectful on our spouses, on our men, on our partner, on our sneaky link side. We can be that. Three, I think that was two. That was two. Yeah, that was two. So three, we also can be very petty to where we can hurt their feelings. Regardless of them being a man, we also very much so can hurt their feelings. Everyone are
we could break their soul. Oh, Jesus.
Everybody is human, which means we can hurt people's feelings. If you think that this nigga done sat out here and done hurt us, what makes you think that it won't hurt him?
Facts.
Four, we can sit out here and be talking about, oh, this nigga ain't shit, but you sitting up laid up with the nigga who was supposed to be his best friend. But I ain't gonna say nothing though, y'all. I ain't gonna say nothing.
Baby, I got a bad back. Oh, God. That was a natural reflex. Bueller, I'm down.
Nothing,
somebody send a paramedic.
I was not finishing this blunt, but I think I am.
Somebody send a paramedic. Y'all know I got a bad back. Oh, my God.
I'm off work now, y'all.
Jesus.
I am off work now, y'all. So now
that was a natural reaction. Y'all know I got a bad back. Jeez.
I am off work now, y'all. Let alone women. We have a way. And listen, it is not how a woman dress, but it's what you decide to put on when you leaving up out your house, when you mad at your partner, your spouse, your boyfriend, your sneaky link, whoever you laying down with to get up and catch fleas, baby, whoever it is. When you leave up out that house, are you thinking about, he wouldn't allow me to step out the house. It's not about what he allow you to do. It's about the respectful thing. Are you respecting yourself, or are you trying to respect him as well? Ladies, you got to think about it. Think about it. We play a role in this shit too. Stop trying to point the finger and turn that finger right around and look at yourself as well. Because at the end of the day, your partner should look at you. Bam, bam, bam.
Where is my sage? Jesus.
Listen, your partner should look at you like they looking in the mirror. And if they respect you, you should look at him and respect him. If they looking at you, you should look at her and respect her. If you're not doing those things, baby, I'm telling you right now,
you are not a good person.
You are not a good person. Don't think you can walk around and be like, oh, he cheated on me.
So I have the right to do this. No, you don't. You don't have the right to do bad because they did bad. You do not.
Not saying I can do bad all by myself. You can't do bad.
That's the one.
Because karma is a bitch, and she gonna come around and bite you where you think it ain't gonna bite you.
I am so glad I didn't put on no eyebrows.
You need to be respecting your partner. You need to be honoring your partner. You need to be respecting your partner. If you're not doing those three things, honor, respect, being loyal,
honest.
Honesty is the biggest thing. Now,
communicate.
Like I said before, guys, I used to lie about the simplest, smallest shit. My friends would ask me, have you ate today? Yeah, I ate. Knowing damn where I ain't ate because I ain't got no damn food in my house.
Damn.
And I would lie about simple shit like that. Stop lying. If you, like, people feel like their pride is so high because they're trying to keep up with the Kardashians.
Pride will kill you.
Pride will kill you.
In real life, it's in the Bible. It will kill you. It's a silent killer.
At the end of the day, like I said, that's the reason why I chose this topic. Because you didn't come in here with no pride. You ain't come in here with no sneaky link. You ain't come in here with no best friend. No, hey, sister girl. Ain't no home girl. Ain't no none of that. Ain't no nigga. No, none of that. No side keys. We ain't come in here with none of that. We came in here by yourself. In a Google and a Gaga. That's all you came here with. Respect, honesty, loyalty. How hard is that? Women can't be sitting up here talking about, oh, I ain't got no, ain't no good niggas out here, ain't no good men out here. I would be damned if you ever hear me sit up here talking
I don't say that. I say I have some amazing men around me.
Pop me in my forehead.
And for the things that I don't like, they know I tell them they ain't shit for what they doing. But we all ain't shit to some capacity, just to be clear.
Listen,
we all ain't shit for something. Because my mouth, Jesus.
Listen, if you ever catch me saying,
and I don't take it back, I meant it.
If you ever in your life catch me saying, it's no good niggas out here, ain't no niggas out here that can do me good, no justice, pop me in my forehead, because at the end of the day, there is a good man out there. You ain't just, okay, listen, now this was going to catch
you. You got to define good. Can we talk about that?
Let me tell you, clench your pearls, because I might make you pass out. Clench your pearls, I might make you pass out. If you sitting up here talking about that this man who's been sitting here pleading for you, regardless if he ain't no hood nigga, he's sitting there cooking, catering, rubbing your feet every time you get off work. He making sure your back is being rubbed after you sitting up here talking about how big your titties is, and you sitting up here hurting, and you sitting here all that time, and you just in so much pain. He making your bath water, he bringing you flowers, he buying your favorite cup of wine, he know your favorite restaurant and all that other stuff. And you sitting up here talking about that this man ain't good, baby. Listen, you better tell me something good. You better tell me something good, because this man is good for you. Instead of you sitting up here trying to worry about what you're not doing right, because that's what it really is. You are too busy thinking about what you're not doing right. You ain't got no choice but to point the finger at this man. You ain't got no choice but to point the finger. You ain't doing this because that's you. You looking at this man like
I don't think that's the reason. I told somebody this the other day. I think this is what happens, because we all have it, even ugly people. The person that is a period in your life, or it happens at least once, the person that you really like and you got your eyes on, this person that's liking you, they're irritating you like a fly. I don't want you right here. I'm paying attention right here. I don't want you here. But instead of telling them, I'm okay, I'm actually interested in somebody else, because you need your ego felt, because your pride is leaving every time you go for this person that don't want you.
Damn.
You need your shit filled back up, because you would know. Not that, I'm sorry, it makes you a no good ass person. That's the no good ass person category. Because if you truly want this person, it's been some shit I done been through, and I didn't care about this person. I wanted this person to leave me alone, and I wanted to be respectful to them. I'm not turning around. This is what I want. Be honest and say that. I don't need my ego filled. I'm gonna look this way. But you're respectful to the person, because I've doubled back before. Like, okay, I'm done over here. Now I'm ready. Because you really can't look back until you look forward. But some people is keeping them for their ego purpose. And what also happens, because remember I said it's a fly, it's getting on your nerves. Every time that person piss you off, you take it out on that person. Then that person thinking it got something to do with them, and they trying to figure out how to make you, well, maybe if I do this or maybe if I do that, because they don't know that you're looking this way, because you're not being honest and telling them you're looking this way, because you don't want them to stop doing what they want to do. Some capacity you need to hold on to them for a selfish reason. You're a manipulator. You're a user. And guess what? You're never going to catch what's in front of you, just so you're clear. At the moment you make that decision to not tell the truth to the fly, you wasn't going to catch or ever get to that flower, because you're fucking up your karma. You're creating karma while you're trying to move forward. You're stuck. So you're thinking, I'm this good woman. Why is this happening to me? Because, little girl, because you're allowing this man to buy things for you. Well, if he want to buy it, that's on him. Okay. So like, ain't that what they tell us? Well, you don't want to have a baby by him. Ain't that what they tell us? Oh, okay. Sounds similar. Sounds similar. If you're a no good person, you're a no good person.
Right.
So stop. Your friends need to start telling you the truth too.
Show you on your
If
shit.
if it is somebody you doing like that, why do you think it's okay to do that when you complaining about how you are in love with somebody and they doing something to you? How? Your heart don't work like in full circle. I mean, I know our heart is not in a circle, so to speak, but that motherfucker definitely opens and closes in the same. It pumps in and out. Yeah, not just in for you. Everything's not about you. And all that, I'm creating my piece, what I need. Okay.
Keep telling
It's a
yourself.
wonder it never comes though. And you lying to yourself.
Keep telling yourself that.
That part. Nobody wants to be single. Nobody. Now, let me make a correction. You don't want to die alone. You don't want to go through everything alone. Some people are content when they're in their single season.
Right.
But you don't, oh, that's not your goal. You want a partner, a friend, somebody to build with. Life is hard alone. You want a friend. You want that person you chose. That is the only person on earth that belongs to you is your partner. Your kids don't even belong to you.
Nope.
You mean to tell me you don't want that? You're lying to yourself and you losing out.
Yeah.
You lying.
Everyone does.
And thus you dating broke too, heifer. You probably got all the money in the corner office and you broke as hell. You piss poor. You can't even enjoy life. You working and making all that money and you can't enjoy a damn dime.
Right.
That's got to be one type of prison, doesn't it?
That's the worst type of prison right there. You got direct control over that shit and you still in prison.
Females is wrong. They do some, yeah, since the beginning of time. Eve wasn't the only one. Females do very, very vindictive things. But ladies, own it. You do that very vindictive thing because our fists aren't strong. Males hit, women are vindictive. That's our strength, just like their hand is their strength, which is why I was always taught never talk to a man a certain kind of way because it's equivalent of him putting his hands on me. Now, men, pause right here. That's not if she tell you not shit for what you do. That's not if she tell you a dog ass nigga for what you do. That's not, you can't count that.
Context,
and ladies, you might have to take that body slam if you just hit him in the head with a lamp, like I'll be playing too innocent for me. How are we supposed to get better? I know where my flaws are, but do you know how many that I fixed and it didn't feel good? I hope people don't think it feels good when you're going through it because it's the underlying reason that you have to work through. You don't just wake up and not want to be a really good person.
Right.
But to be clear, you're not a good person, honey. All those things Bambi said, and you don't have a right to be with his friend because he did that to you. So you want to one-up him. You want to, hell don't get no deeper. Like if you're going to hell, you're going to hell. You can't one-up him. You can't be hellified, hellation. I don't know. We'll think of a word for that. You can't go no deeper in hell.
Hellation.
Ain't no deeper than hell.
Yeah.
That's the low. That's the bottom. That's the bottom of the bottom. Can't get no worse.
I'm going to say this.
What's your final thought?
My final thought is people just needs to get it together. I feel like this is deja vu because I feel like every topic has a piece to every topic we've covered.
Yeah.
People have to start using their brain. This is mental. It's a mental thing. If people start to take something called, what's that called? What is that called? Accountability.
That's a big word for some people. That's a big word for some people.
That's a huge word for people. If people start taking accountability of certain things that they do, you wouldn't have to go through certain shit.
Thank you.
Accountability and honesty and loyalty and respect comes a long way. Most definitely. And
accountability. And yes, I did that, but I did it because I had a reason to do it. That's not that's honesty. That's different. You admitted that you did something. You weren't accountable. Y'all gotta use your dictionary on y'all fancy $1 million phones. Y'all gotta do that. Maybe we'll have a word of the day. We'll start putting the definition of the word.
Yes, this is a lot of remedial motherfuckers out there.
Hello.
All of our shows go so long because we have to end up being like, wait a minute, if I say that, they might think this. Pause right here, just so you know, this word means this. Okay, carry on. I don't want nobody pulling our clips out like Asia said. And you know, she got her stuff together. First pause right there. I got my stuff together. That's so cute.
Right.
I think what we need to do is start putting the words on the side with the definition.
Okay. Like make it one of the boxes you
at this point.
Oh, I know what we could do. I could log in from my like create another user and have 4 up, and we'll have one active with like a slideshow. You know, some people need pictures because adults you have to see it, write it, and say it.
Some people.
So we're gonna have little exercises.
Yeah.
Then I could maybe get a tax deduction for this channel.
Hey, now you thinking.
Be a teacher.
Now you thinking.
I'm for real.
It's starting to get so crazy to the point to where I just want people to be better.
It's scary.
It did, like, this topic was something for me because for the ones who don't know, I have been in relationships where it's been emotionally, physically abusive. And it was so bad to the point to where I started to look at it like, you are really trying to keep up with the Joneses. And that's the reason why this topic came up to me, because it was more so like a touching topic. You were really trying to keep up with the Kardashians. You're trying to be this person because, you know, I've been with so many people, been on TV, been on all of this stuff, but it wasn't easy.
That don't line our pockets though, who we know.
Don't line our pockets up. It does not make them synonyms.
Right.
It does not make them the same. It doesn't make them the same at all. And it's been very hurtful to see motherfuckers really out here trying to keep up with the Kardashians when we on the phone and you talking about, hey girl, yeah girl, I ain't got this, I ain't got no food, I ain't got no money. They done told me I got 3 days until I get side out. Girl, you know what that side out mean? That side out mean, yo, they gonna set your shit out up on the curb and you got side out. You know what that means.
Oh
shit.
Like, I done had so many people try to make, and then I've even had people ask me, you trying to live above your means? I'm not. Listen, I'm not. Trust me. I am just a small town girl trying to make my money, do what I got to do. Listen, my mama taught me this. You got to do what you got to do what you want to do. And that's my saying. And lately,
nobody wants to do that. They just, and that's why everybody not going to be in 2023. Because you have no idea what I went through. It's not for you to know unless you would have at least just asked me if I'm okay. That's okay. That's okay. Because it was people that did. And my praise comes from those people that did. I don't care who didn't. I really don't. I'm too busy focused on where I could put this one, what I could do for this one. That's how we came up with this day. I didn't think about this day for me. I was like, Bambi, you do this and this. Let's get out there more. Let's do this together. Rob, again, I attribute where I am is because of one, Kiera, my niece, calling me a chicken shit. She didn't say the shit part, but making me get behind the camera first for YouTube, for Queen TT. It was Kiera. Then after that, it was Hilda. And then it was Ron. Every step, it's had to be somebody that would tell me the truth and push me. Not the, oh, Asia, you could do it. Like, are you like, talk to me like hood, you know? I understood a little bit better. But those people that push me are those people that deserve the honor and the praise. Everybody, I say thank you so many times because I mean it. I attribute my education to the same 4 people, my twin uncles, Bessie and Sonny. That's who was in school when I was coming up. So that's why it doesn't mean it was nobody else, because we have a lot of it. But I also attribute to me knowing the Lord and being passionate about the Lord and retaining the information from Granny. That was Ron's biological mother. You know, it, and she knew I could be 100% myself with her, even as a young girl. She knew we wasn't all the way right, but before we wasn't all the way right, we was going all the way to goddamn church.
Right.
Hello.
And if it lasted all night, and I mean you can't do what you want to do, the Lord didn't see fit for you to go out tonight.
He didn't see fit.
And guess what? We went. No talking back, no nothing.
Right.
Every single brick that I have had, it was actually a step, and somebody held my hand up that step. Has it felt good? No, but I saw it a little bit different. Do I have times when I break down? Till I can't breathe.
Now listen, this is something like you
It's
said. It doesn't
reality.
feel good, like you said.
You have to do what you have to do to get to what you want. It's impossible. It's impossible. Kylie Jenner could not be where she is if she was simply put in a seat. Rob isn't.
Right.
I'm going to keep
No, it's
saying that
not.
because I could put you in any seat I want you in. Can you stay in that seat? It takes work. So stop taking things from people because it may look easier to you. Worry about what's positive around you and focus on that. Is the negative stuff going to catch you? For sure. We're human.
Right.
But it should catch you every now and then, not be your story. My story is not where I came from like that. My story is, yeah, it was this one time I came home and we only had potatoes. I thought we was having a picnic. I love French fries, so I was fine. My mother was good. I didn't know nothing was wrong till I became an adult. That's a testimony to how amazing my mother is and her letting us be kids. Highlight your people and celebrate your people. Celebrate because broke ain't bad, baby. Broke ain't bad.
It's not.
Some of y'all need to act broke with your kids.
Right.
Okay, so
that
I
part.
feel like my last thing to say is I need everybody to understand when you feel like if you feel like you're going through something so tough and it's starting to hurt, it's only called growing pains because wait a minute, let me stop. If you feel like you're going through something and you feel like certain shit you're going through
shouldn't be happening.
It's called growing pains for a reason. You're growing. It's going to always hurt you. It's always going to hurt you. These things that we talk about in these podcasts are to help you, guide you,
and make light of it. Stop tripping.
You, educate you. These are to educate you. Don't get me wrong. Like we said before, we never know what we're going to come up with. Sometimes we always listen to each other. And I'm not saying listening because if you guys don't know this by now, there's a difference from listening and hearing. You can listen to somebody. Yeah, I'm listening, but it's going in one ear, not the other. But if you're hearing them, you're comprehending, you're taking everything to heat. You're actually listening and like, okay, now I know exactly how to take what they said to me and use that along the way. Now, this right here it's always life is
you're gonna learn something every show.
You're going to
be called on your shit too, because I'm telling. Ron, what's your final? I'll let you end as the man.
All right. My final thoughts is don't fuck up and skip over your blessing. And it don't always be monetary. If you're going, like I said earlier, I'm double dialing on what I said earlier. Don't have that man that's good, that's lacking in whatever area, and you be like, oh, that nigga ain't shit because of that. And skip, you could be losing out on your soulmate. Keep your eyes open, keep your heart open, keep your discernment open, be careful. But don't do that goofy shit and miss out on somebody that you need to grow with because you judging that person off the first thing that you see, which is they don't got as much money as you or as much money as you like them to have. So I say don't be goofy and fuck up on your blessing.
And that came from the honorary commandment list of the ghetto. So that people could understand. So that is it for us tonight. I hope you enjoyed the show. We'll be back with another topic. What is next week? Jesus. Yes, we'll be back with another topic next week. And if you have topics that you want us to do, please send them in. I'm writing them down. I got a couple that I have lined up. So I promise I haven't forgot about nobody. I think I'll start giving y'all dates. That way you don't think I forgot. But that is it. So don't forget to share. If you're watching this in playback mode, since I'm under 10,000 subs, you can leave a comment so I can see it. And then make sure you subscribe. So have a wonderful night. And thank you for joining.
Yes. All right, y'all. Good night. Yes.